Yeah, I mean, I was definitely kind of surprised that you didn't get a chance to talk. But I mean,
I wasn't
it looked
surprised.
like
I wanted him
it
to do
looked
that. That's why I
it
said
looked
y'all took.
like you guys almost.
That's why I said y'all took the bait. Y'all took the bait. We had a debate, and you took the bait. You saw that debate?
Yeah,
The bait.
I get it. For sure. I mean, it looked like you guys almost came to blows. Like it
Hey,
looked like it was about to go down.
that would have been a bad look for Charlamagne based on the history and the algorithm, based on the things I saw. So what I saw is him run, and I saw him justify it and be proud of it. For 4 guys, 30 guys jumped me in Paris. I did not run, and there was witnesses, and everyone can tell you that's just not how I deal with things. So I highly doubt, like it takes about like 4 guys for me or 3 when I was younger. I would say that makes it a little even because my hands are trained. So if he wanted to do that, I would have been with it, but I don't think it would have been a good look for him. And Daniel was there, so that would have been a really bad look for everybody in there. Trust me on that. So we're only tough for love. We only protect ourselves, but we're always prepared to protect ourselves. And if he just started boxing, I don't care. I told him afterward, I'm just curious. I'm old. I shouldn't be boxing, but I'm like, I'll give you a round or two. I'm just curious to know if he could fight at all. But I know what I'm gonna do. Even
What happened in
old,
Paris?
we all that. I used to fight pros for
Yeah,
rounds.
I seen Cameron touch on that a little bit when I guess you and Mace almost got into it.
Yeah, no disrespect to Mace, but in my brain, him and Cam were gonna get beat up, and there was no way they could beat me. In that moment, in my brain, there was no way. Matter of fact, you better get another one of your friends, and they'll tell you that in a crowd of 20, 30 people, I'd be like, I don't give a. We fighting, cause I do that. Or at least I used to. I used to fight a lot, so I'm used to it. I'm used to kicking, pause a punch, and giving back 3 or 4. And I've been jumped before and still fought. So I know how I'm gonna react to certain things. I don't fight to lose. And the people that I'm around, I've never seen them lose a fight. I'm not trying to lose a fight. Now, Cam and I have some degree of a truce going on, but he needs to come see me. We need to talk. But there are things that I could say right now that I'm not for Harlem.
Okay, I mean, can you talk about what happened that day between you and Mace?
I don't really remember. It was, I remember I think we might have been in Mark 125. He said some slick shit. And the thing is, back then and even now, you see how they play too much. So I always be like, they were always the guys that were always finessing people. So Cam might say he used to hang out in Jim Jones' house only because, he had a house and he'd be his friend for that. I would always be like, don't play with me like that. And it does seem like they were only my friends for I had my own apartment. I used to let them drive my cars, but I just don't remember. But I remember being surprised that he was taking Mace's side, knowing that I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of them. Pause. Or at least that was my intention. It could have went the other way. I don't think Mace is a punk because he didn't stand down, but that doesn't matter to me. Most people that fight me don't stand down, but afterwards they can't stand up. But again, I'm old. But you could ask some of the people that have been in physical combat with me. I break bones and put in the hospital. And I'm not gonna call out no names, but they'll tell you. But people know about it. Harlem knows about it.
Did this have anything?
When I really fight somebody, they pissing in the bag after if I could get my way, and it's happened. People come aggressively to do things to me, pause, and they ended up really bad, thinking because I'm handsome that shit is sweet.
Were you surprised that Cameron took Mace's side during that?
Again, I remember it's 30 years ago, so I don't remember so much. I just remember we resolved it, but I was surprised that he was taking Mace's side, but I think he knew Mace might have needed some help. So he's right. So, but still, I don't think it was going to be fair with them two. But again, I'm not calling Mace a punk. He did stand up. He didn't back down, but we resolved it. But, in my mind, if that's the mode we was about to get into, it is what it is. And if he would have me up, I would have shook his hand. I promise you. I don't be mad if somebody can fight better than me. I just got to get up and fight better. I just get mad when be cheating. Like I'm an honorable fighter. A fair one is a fair one. No guns. That's why I'm still here, because I used to fight dudes that murder people, and you know the reason why it went no further is because that's the honorable thing to do, is a fair one. They're not gonna get mad if you win. You know, you walk off and you be cool. And you know, with Cam, I just want a verbal fair one. I just want to talk to him. And this whole thing with Cam is because we didn't speak.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.